right, guys, welcome back to the first episode of the Two Men One Pod podcast. Like I said, everybody's a podcaster, so what's so special about
Why not
us?
us?
You know, nothing. But you're here. That's all that matters.
Got him.
Got him. Got it. I already got the clicks. You already clicked on me. You already got the clicks. I just can't. I don't even care about the full watch view. I just want the click. That's all I want. But this first episode, as you can't tell from the title, is going to be about Daredevil. It's going to start off with Daredevil. I don't know where the night's going to take us, but it's going to start with Daredevil. At the time of recording this, episode 6.
Yeah, episode 6.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 through 6. There's going to be spoilers. We're going to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, obviously click off.
What are you doing?
Yeah, well, first of all, what the fuck you doing?
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched Daredevil at all, then
fucking under a rock, man.
I was gonna say something off the wall, but I realized I kept it personal.
Yeah. I can see you cooking something up.
I was like, something diabolical. It's gonna be age restricted and canceled in the first fucking minute. But like I said, it's gonna be about Daredevil. See where the nights take us. If you don't know, I'm D'Angelo. That's Kane. We have a passion for what the fuck we talk about, and a little bit of autism into it. So,
yeah, definitely
off the bat, episodes 1 through 6, spoilers obviously. But Kane, first impressions.
I love it. I fucking love it. It's has a lot of that dark gritty feel from the Netflix show, but it's so much more cinematic. Like, I feel like the camera work, like the shots, we get to see Daredevil swinging around now instead of just fucking walking around like an idiot. You know, this is like more comic accurate.
Like a fucking blind person.
Yeah. But the camera, the shots, everything, it feels like the same Netflix Daredevil show, but it also feels like new and fresh at the same time. So I really like that. The story so far has been great. I really liked episode 4, which was where he was talking with like the serial thief, and it was just kind of like a mundane day in the life of Matt, like not really touching on the Daredevil stuff, because I mean that's what Daredevil's always been about, is like the street level, not necessarily like the Matt Murdock side of things, but it's street level. It's always been like very small. It's not always about the giant, world-ending catastrophic events. So I really like where they're going with the show so far.
I think the thing I usually tell people about the show at work and stuff like that is I never been to New York. I don't pretend I'm from New York. I don't act like I know New York. But my female's from New York. My family lives in New York. My friends are from New York. So gauging off their stories and the media I consume, New York paints a certain picture in my head. And Daredevil feels very New York. Like very about the city. More than the Netflix one ever had, or more than any other Disney MCU environments ever had. Like they always try to touch like on the culture side of things. Like Shang-Chi was about the lands and the religions, and then Miss Marvel, even though I watched like 3 episodes of that, I didn't watch it all the way through.
I didn't watch any of it.
It still touched like on the culturals and the religion and stuff like that. You know, it try to world build too aggressively. And I feel like episode 1 captured what the series is going to be about for Daredevil, when Karen, Foggy, and Matt all walk out the office, and it kind of has like the taxi going by and has the lights and the people walking. And I feel like that's what makes this so unique for Disney in particular, because it feels like it's just street level, like what you're saying. Like this is just straight Hell's Kitchen, and that's it. We're not worried about Dr. Doom. Else. We're not worried about Thanos. We're not worried about anything else. It's strictly New York. And I love the interviewer where she does like the people on the street
Oh
from
yeah,
like
the BB
the
reports.
BB
Yeah, I
reports.
like
Those are like
those.
my
I like
favorite
those.
thing because
I like
uh
those.
like in the Spider-Man games where you have like the little people calling for James
Yeah.
Jameson and uh telling him, I saw Spider-Man at the convenience store. Like, yeah, he wasn't too bad. That's kind of like what the BB interviews are. It's like the little
Yeah.
tidbits of the world building. Like when the cop was on the jury, he was like, "Oh man, my buddy at the station talking about how bad the Mets are," and it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
do New Yorkers talk about the Mets all the time? I don't know, but if they did, they probably
Probably.
talk about the
No.
Mets. How about the Mets? I don't know,
What's the Mets? Yeah.
but I would say that's one of the most unique things with this iteration of Daredevil, or it's the city. You know, Matt and Fisk throughout the comics and every form of media always cared about the city. So it's nice that Disney actually was like, oh, let's make it about the city then.
Yeah. Yeah, and the what was it? I can't remember if it was the Miles Morales Spider-Man game or Spider-Man 2, where there's the J. Jonah Jameson like radio show, but then there's also that other podcast with the
Oh
girl.
yeah, the podcast.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the BB report again. Kind of like reminds me of that.
Yeah,
Like a not as popular, like lower level kind of thing, but it's still like talking to the city. It's about the city.
I think
I,
for as we know, Marvel and Disney kind of been hit and miss, more misses than hits lately. And I know they did major rework to the script of Daredevil because it was at the point
yeah.
where John Berthal wasn't even going to be signed on to the show, and there was a whole lot of
Yup.
things like that. So it's kind of crazy that $1 billion franchise listened to this Netflix team, not the team, but the group that was who made the Netflix team. Was like, let's
Yeah.
listen to these guys. Maybe because there's no one that can replace Daredevil. Because at this point, he's kind of
Yeah.
like Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark. Like, there's nobody else who can play Daredevil now.
Yeah.
I feel the same way for Fisk. Like that, I feel like him and Fisk. There's just
Yeah,
no one.
Fish too, man.
There's just no one. Punisher.
Honestly, even Punisher,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
John Bernthal's Punisher is so good. Like, I can't think of another person, at least off the top of my head, that would play the Punisher better than
Yeah.
John Bernthal. So, yeah.
I feel like the
No.
Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox connection is just
They nailed the casting.
they nailed
Like,
it, man.
I don't know who was in charge of the casting for that Netflix show, but they fucking nailed it.
They nailed it. But what else? So we did the first impressions of the show. So far,
Yeah.
what's your favorite episode?
It might be the first one.
The first one. First one is good. That first one
Bro,
is
they
good.
came swinging.
Yeah.
Came out swinging. But the first 15 minutes, there's like 12 people just dead. like just absolute Matt like attempted to murder Bullseye. Like
Yeah.
Foggy's, spoiler dead. Like it's just dude, that the first 15 minutes of the first episode were batshit crazy. And I loved like every second of it.
I think that's what made it so special too. That
yeah.
is just like they wasted no time. They're just like, look, you
No,
either watched
just no.
the past Daredevils or you did it. If you did it, good luck, Chuck. If you did, here you go.
Yeah. No, that was absolutely like y'all like we've waited long enough. Like they just fucking came out
Yeah.
swinging. They knew what we wanted to see, and they fucking gave it to us, and it was beautiful. It was so episode 1 was probably my favorite episode.
I gotta say, I think easy answer for me is probably the last one, episode 6.
6 was really good. Six
was
was like probably my second favorite.
But I also really like the bank. Because the bank was
Bank
just
was
like,
good.
it was just like key, like, that was this key, like, that was like a side quest. Matt Murdock went on a side quest.
Yeah.
And it was a damn good side
it goes
quest.
back to the street level stuff too. Like it's just a whole episode just about a bank robbery. Like that was it. Nothing crazy, but it was so good. It was so fucking good.
It was so good. I don't know what possesses a blind man to leap off the floor and strictly onto someone's knee. Not even knowing where his knee is, just sensing where his knee is,
Yep.
and praying to God that he lands on his knee. I don't know what possesses the man. Like you said, probably the devil, but
The devil, man. It's the
but,
fucking devil.
but yeah,
He's coming out.
I love episode 5 because they had the cameo with Camilla's dad.
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about that? Did
I
you like
loved it
that?
because it's the first time a cameo felt natural.
Yep.
It felt
Yeah.
like it wasn't forced. It felt like it came perfectly with the show, and it felt like it was a connected universe in a way because
Yeah.
we always have these moments in Marvel movies and Marvel shows where the new collab walks in and like the music goes into this climax and he stops there for like 5 seconds. He's just standing there because they know like the audience is cheering at the same time. Just like, all right, if we're not in the theater, then he's just standing there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it does. It loses that effect as soon as you watch it not in the theaters, or really just after the first time you watch it.
Yeah, after the first time. After the second time, it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, you go ahead. You can say hi or
Yeah.
something, bro. But this was the first time a cameo that wasn't even that special. Like I said, if you don't know Miss Marvel, you're not gonna really know who the fuck he was talking to the whole time.
Yeah.
But I loved it because I watched 3 episodes of Miss Marvel, or 2. I watched 2, and the dad was exactly like that.
Yeah.
From what I remember. So for him to be in the show and be the same way, like I said, I don't know what events happened or transpired in that fucking show, but
Yeah, no, saying I didn't watch any. I didn't know who he was until he mentioned
until
that
you
his
mentioned
daughter
it.
was. Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I love those little moments. I'm really hoping that the Defenders show up in some way or form. Because I feel like they don't have to be a big superhero team up,
Yeah.
but just little things. Like I feel like I like the cop in the show, the PI,
Yeah.
but I feel like if the PI was like Jessica Jones, you know what I mean? I just feel like
That would be pretty cool.
it'd be
That'd be
pretty
pretty
dope
cool.
because they already had a relationship, and it's just like I just feel like it'd be pretty cool. But it was 8 years in the future from the last time we saw them.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So
it's been a minute.
She could be OD'd on the sidewalk, and we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But,
or Luke just snapped her in half
or
in the
Luke just
bed
snapped her.
or something like that. Just, yeah.
But yeah, I would say probably episode 5 might be my favorite because that's just very.
It was a good one.
It was a really good one, but 6. I mean, 6 is OD. Just the way it had the split between like Fisk and Matt, and you just knew like both of them were just teetering on the edge. I'm just like, bro, fuck this shit, bro.
Yeah, they're lose, bro. He's losing it. He's losing it, man. I love it.
Like the scene where the fucking the mobster shows up in his office, and you could tell Fisk is just like, bro, what? You disrespect me. It was just like, okay, this is the episode where it's gonna happen. Like,
yeah,
I didn't feel that
he's
much.
He's gonna lose it.
I didn't feel that much towards Matt. Like, this is gonna be the episode where he puts on the suit. But for this episode, I just knew this was it for him.
Yeah. Bro, when he in the episode before at the end when he was sitting down in his fucking dungeon and he was eating like the plate of pasta instead of like his tiny ass little fish fillet, like his healthy food that he was trying to eat, like he's just sitting down there with a big old bowl of pasta, bro, just chowing while his fucking like prisoner is starving in the fucking cell next to him. That shit. Once I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah, Fisk is back.
Yeah, Fisk is
he's back. He's back."
I think the scene I really liked out of 6, which kind of goes under the radar a little bit. When Fisk goes to the ball or whatever, where the investors are.
Yeah.
Because there's another collab in there too. Hawkeye's, or the fuck is her name? What's the girl Hawkeye? Kate
Oh, Kate
Bishop.
Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Her stepdad
Oh, okay,
is
okay.
the
I was like, what? I was like, I didn't finish Hawkeye either, so I don't know.
her stepdad is the Spanish looking guy that kind of gives like a
Oh,
threat
oh, okay,
towards
okay.
Fisk.
Yeah,
That's her stepdad.
gotcha. I
Uh,
like that. See some small
it's
cameos,
just a
but still,
small,
like it's natural. Yeah, it's natural. Yeah,
because he was another like extremely wealthy underground black market guy.
yeah,
So it makes sense that he's there.
yeah,
uh, but something that goes under the radar is one, Fisk finally got put in a spot where he's not the kingpin. You know, he's not a guy who has the most money or the most power. But they
and he don't
didn't.
like it.
He didn't like it one bit, boy. But the one thing that kind of surprised me, not surprised me, made me excited. Uh, it was the blonde girl he was talking to, with the husband,
Yeah,
and in the comics, I forgot the family's name, but there's one family that gives Fisk tons of problems because they own like all of New York. They control the
yeah.
media, the news outlets. It's that family that kind of break Fisk, and I
Okay.
wonder if that's the family in the show because it has that same
Yeah. Vibe.
cosmetics. Yeah, because it had the blonde
Yeah.
hair, short hair chick, and then the guy with the glasses and gray hair. But they, in the comics, there's a storyline where they just completely break Fisk, like
Yeah.
completely. Same thing for Daredevil. It was kind of like those one of
Yeah.
those split comics where it was like the life of Fisk and Daredevil once they're like completely broken. It's similar to Born
Yeah.
Again, but a little different vibes. But
Yeah.
that's what made me excited because it felt like that was that family. And like I said, the world building, I feel like it's getting to the point where Daredevil can kind of stand on its own without the
Yeah.
collaboration of the Disney MCU and stuff like that.
Yeah. Dude, the one thing about Daredevil that I also really love is that people that don't know anything about Marvel or don't even like Marvel, like they've seen Marvel stuff in the past and they don't like it, you would probably like Daredevil. Even if
Yeah.
you don't like the superhero shit. Like if you don't like superhero movies and whatever, you would still like Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like it is just it's not like throwing it in your face that this is some Marvel superhero thing. Like it's very low level. There's a lot of other things going on that aren't like superhero related. Like it's just good. It's just a good show. Like regardless of like because a lot of times when like you talk about movies, you know, especially when you're ranking like let's say Marvel movies or just superhero movies in general, it's like, oh, like this movie is really great. But then it's like you compare that movie to like Inception or like some like
Yeah.
actually like critically acclaimed movie. It's like, oh well, obviously it's not that good because it's like a superhero movie. Like you have to like put it in its own genre.
Yeah.
Like it's a really good superhero movie. But like with Daredevil, it's like, nah, this shit is just good. It's just good
Shit's
TV.
good. Shit's like crack, boy.
Yeah.
The I think what makes it the show so special is that when people are bought in and not with the high paycheck,
Yeah.
I think you could just it just comes across in the energy. You know, I mean, like, yeah, good actors can give great performances when they don't really give a shit about the project. You know, that's what great actors are. They're great actors and actresses.
Yeah.
But if they
When they
fucking
are bought in.
yeah, if they're bought the fuck in, then
Yeah.
the whole show just has a different feel to it, man. It just has a whole nother
Yeah.
vibe to it.
Dude, that Punisher scene that we got.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
bro,
shit.
John Bernthal, like, because like we already mentioned, like John Bernthal was gonna walk. He like declined to do the show, and now he's the one writing for Punisher.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of the main writers for Punisher. And after seeing that one scene, because there's only one scene that we got him in, I want to see him more, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that one dude, that was arguably the best scene in the entire fucking show.
Yeah,
like so far,
it
was amazing.
it was the first time we had a genuine conversation because everyone's been blowing off or
Yeah.
either blowing off Matt or Matt's blowing off them. because Karen didn't want to talk to him, and
Yeah.
then he can't talk to his therapist because he's Daredevil.
Yeah.
And, even his friends in the office, they don't want to talk. The PI kind of gives him advice, but you kind of blowing them off and stuff like that. So it's nice that he had that one person that was just like, brother, stop being a Joe Schmo with me, man. Just give me some real talk. So it was nice to have that.
That was a good scene.
The another thing about this fucking series, the soundtrack's unbelievable.
Yeah, the music's been really
good. The soundtrack's unbelievable, really good. Boy. I love the soundtrack. I guess we'll get to some cons of the show. I only have one, to be honest with you, because I'm just feasting off this shit. But my one con of the show is some of the physics don't make sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not even big like, oh, he wouldn't swing like that. Particularly
the trajectory of
particularly one scene is the only thing that ever bothered me in the whole show, and it was in episode 6 where Muse is like peeking out the subway, and then Daredevil was like chucking ass down the rails, and he throws his baton like a grappling hook, and then he zips towards it. I'm just like, but there's no momentum for him to zip that fast with the baton. You know what I mean? Like the baton isn't like a like a fucking motor that has inside of it. You know what I mean? It's just a It's just a grappling tool.
Yeah.
That's the only time I was like,
that's funny. That's funny. See, where I thought you were going with that is how the fuck did he not kill those 2 cops at the end of episode 2?
Yeah, that was a little.
That's a physics problem.
That's like, a physics problem. At least the second guy. At least the second guy. The first one, okay.
But bro, you do not land like that hard and not snap your neck. Bro.
First of all, you don't land that hard, and then only have a black guy in the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, that guy should have been fucking dead. But yeah, I mean, not a lot of cons, man, not at all. Like, and some of the other things that there are some questions I have. They're more like creative choices and not necessarily cons. At least not yet. Not until we like see where it's going. Like the whole bullseye thing. Like being able to, he has like a health factor now. He can like regen health or seemingly come back from the dead, which seems kind of crazy. That's not from the comics, but again, I don't really mind that. Like as long as it goes somewhere meaningful, right? Yeah. So we don't know where that goes yet. So I'm not going to call that a con. One thing that is interesting, and again, they might bring this in later because like Muse in the comics, Daredevil had a really hard time fighting him because he was like a black hole of like sensory information. Like instead of being able to sense and like feel everything, like Muse just kind of sucked everything in, and like there was no vibrations, no sensing anything around him. And that was like a big problem for Matt when he first met Muse. So, I mean, I wonder if they're going to bring that in later or if they're just kind of like retconning that. I'm not sure if they're going to go with that or not. But
they might retcon that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. It'd be cool because, again, like, I really like Muse in the comics. But it's just a creative choice, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on how it ends.
I think what I really like about Muse is what it can set up for the rest of the MCU. Like I said, at this point, I'm not really like big into like, oh, what's next? I'm kind of just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
But I feel like Muse as a character sets up a whole nother path for Marvel. Because Muse is not a child safe, teenager safe, friendly character.
No.
He's a sick fuck.
Yeah, he is.
But
it also makes me kind of worried that he's never gonna leave the Daredevil show.
Yeah, because of that. Not leave, but like just the theme of him.
Yeah.
You know, it gets set up because if you're gonna have like, let's just branch off a little bit. If you're gonna have Doctor
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
Doctor Doom's a sick fuck.
Yeah, he's a twisted
He's
fucker,
also
man.
extremely powerful.
Yeah.
So I feel like, as for me personally, if I'm watching Muse be that brutal with somebody, then Doctor Doom has to be even more or the same when he shows up. Like I said, that's 5 years down the road. I don't know what they're gonna do, how the tones are, anything like that. But I just feel
that's like a year down the road.
I thought it was like 4 years or something like that.
Dude, Doomsday comes out next year.
Oh shit! All right,
it's in production right now.
Oh shit!
They're filming right now for Doomsday.
Damn. Well, either way, I hope that tone makes its way towards other branches of the MCU, because that's the first time MCU Disney has had something like that, where it's like that aggressively brutal. You know, seeing people hanged on hooks and blood leaking and
draining them of their blood to paint murals with people's blood.
That's
Muse is fucked, man, and he loves what he does. Like he genuinely thinks that he's like an amazing artist. Like he genuinely thinks that he's an artist, like Picasso, like fucking
Even his costume that's made out of like the paint canvas and stapled together. That's like, what? I know it's hot in that bitch. Like,
that shit don't breathe. What are you doing?
And you got a beanie on? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, dude, Muse he's twisted. But going back to that, I do think they're going into a significantly darker era for Marvel. Right?
I hope so, because I mean, everybody who's been on it,
they have to. They have to, because like, I mean, I'm disregarding Brave New World. Like, so looking after Brave New World, like we have the Thunderbolts, right? Mm-hmm. Which is bringing in the Sentry. The Sentry is also a twisted fuck, like with the Void and everything. Like, so I mean that, and the past like couple of trailers have also given a really good sense of like, this shit's going to be really dark. I think multiple, like maybe even half of like the Thunderbolts cast are going to be fucking dead by the end of it. I mean, Taskmaster is already like confirmed to die. Because dude, did you see the last trailer that they did for Thunderbolts? Bro, they didn't even have Taskmaster in it at all. and they even did like the frame shot where each one got like a little intro, and they skipped Taskmaster. Taskmaster is dying as soon as they meet the Sentry. Like the Taskmaster's dead. Like she's dying. Thank God, because that was one of the worst adapted characters I've ever seen. I hated Taskmaster in Black Widow. That was
a terrible one.
But anyways, but like the Sentry, like I think that shit has to be dark with the Sentry coming back. The Fantastic Four, bro, Galactus, like I think he's gonna destroy that world. Like my theory is like they're in a different universe. Reed Richards is gonna do his shit, his smart brain, big brain shit. He's gonna travel to the 616 universe right before Galactus like legitimately just fucking eats the Earth. And then that's how they're going to get back. And then, of course, Doomsday, Doctor Doom, like that shit's going to be crazy. All the concept art that leaked for Doomsday. I don't know if you saw that, but that shit, I mean, it looks like it's going to be dark. Like I think it's going to be dark.
I think what makes it promising is it feels like the stories where people have already been signed on to, like Daredevil has been, it already has its target audience. It already has its audience. So they're not scared to do a certain thing. Guardians of the Galaxy, they had their audience. So the last movie can be that emotional and dark and stuff like that. What's the fucking other one?
Dude, the newest Spider-Man. That shit got dark. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I mean, dude, No Way Home.
Yeah. Like I said,
I just rewatched that 2 nights ago. God, dude, that's gut-wrenching, man. That was the first time I've watched it since seeing it in theaters for the first time.
I've seen it.
it was that was. I mean, I still loved it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Like I said, I'm definitely not asking for Marvel to come out with fucking rated R sex scenes.
Yeah, no,
But
100%. Yeah,
it's just got it. Even the other movie I was thinking of, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. Like it had that audience already tied to it, so they weren't scared to go fucking bananas with it.
Yeah, and it was visually good.
The movie was garbage, but let me say this: the story was garbage. Watching it,
it looked good though.
Watching it was sensational. I could watch that movie any day.
Yeah,
just mute it. Just mute that shit. But watching
just put something else on, like to listen to, like.
Oh my god, I love that movie to this day. That's one of my favorite ones, and it's so trash.
Yeah,
it's so trash.
I tried rewatching it a couple months ago for the first time since seeing it in theaters, and I got halfway through it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because I loved it in theaters.
Yeah,
in theaters, I walked out. I was like, "Bro, that was fucking amazing!" Like, did you see Doctor Strange with a cape of fucking corpses? Like, dude, like what? And then I rewatched it, and I was like, "Dude, what is this story? What is this?"
The back to Daredevil.
Yes, yeah.
The one thing I hope for, and I can see him doing it, just because how Marvel is. Elektra is a key part in Daredevil's story in any arc of his fucking life. Elektra is always there 24/7. And in the Netflix, spoiler alert, she's dead. Dead.
Yeah.
We just the last time we saw her, the fucking building fell on her. So, but also Matt died in that same building.
Yeah.
I hope we get Elektra back, just because if you have Bullseye, then you have Elektra. That's just a combo that you have to have. But also the new story that really has like Marvel comic books excited, and Funko has a hold of it. There's so many like fan art and stuff like that. Is the Elektra Daredevil? She turns into Daredevil. And I feel
Snap has a card variant. Marvel Snap, they have like some card variants for Elektra like that. It's really fucking cool.
And that storyline, I'm in it now, is sensational. I love Elektra as Daredevil. That shit is raw as fuck. And I feel like usually Marvel has a character, a female character in every story that can handle her own. You know what I mean?
We don't have that right now.
Daredevil doesn't really have that, except for Karen when she's gone from the screen. So
that's what I mean. Yeah.
I feel like, not this season or the next season, but Elektra definitely needs to show up at some point in time. I just feel like she has to. For Marvel, Disney, I just feel like she's got to show up, bro. Because they have Daredevil with the female Daredevil is peak. It's peak.
Well, what do you think? This was something I've thought about a little bit. Like, for the White Tiger, what do you like? The niece? Do you think the niece is going to pick up the White Tiger mantle?
When I first ever seen White Tiger, it was a female.
Yeah.
So
I was more familiar with the female White Tiger than
Yeah. So when it came up the show and it was him, I was like,
what? Apparently that was the original White Tiger, though.
I don't know anything.
The comic original White Tiger was, it had the same name and everything. Okay. So it was just a homage to the original White Tiger.
So
but then a girl picks up the mantle. I don't know if it was his niece in the comics, but like a female comes and picks it up.
It seems like they're gearing it towards the niece is going to be the White niece.
Tiger. She is really young though, dude. She looks like a middle schooler. That's my only problem, bro. Though. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that makes me like hesitate on that. Is like, dude, she looks really young.
That's my only problem.
But the amulet is like they get their power from the amulet though, so it's like she could be strong enough. But like, that's the only her age is the only thing that's like kind of throwing me off.
Because the only thing throwing me off is this is already 7 years later for Daredevil. Like Daredevil has been Daredevil for like 9 years now. So it's just like, The niece is
What
cool.
do you think about them killing the White Tiger so early, like halfway through the first
I
season?
mean,
Did you want to see more White Tiger, or were you like satisfied? Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, you were cool
I
with
would
it.
say, I would say, I didn't have any emotion towards White Tiger in the first place.
Yeah.
Like I said, I I wish I wish White Tiger would have died in another way.
Yeah.
I just feel like he puts on.
It was so obvious too.
It
Like,
was so
dude, at
obvious, but
the second that the judge was or the jury was like, oh, like innocent, like not guilty, I was like, bro, this guy's getting shot like in 2 minutes.
I just like we knew he was gonna die.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
I wish it was a little different. Just because the whole time we've seen White Tiger, and the whole time Matt's talking about White Tiger, he has no hesitation. He helps the guy on the subway track, no
yeah,
hesitation. All the stories of the civilians being helped by White Tiger, no hesitation. And then he puts on
yep.
the costume and he stands in the dark alley for like 30 seconds. Like, what's going
Just
on?
standing there.
What's going on in the
Yeah,
city? I hear so much going on. And it instantly gets capped. And I'm just like, bro,
yep,
you
yeah.
gotta. This is New York, buddy. You gotta. You
Keep it moving. You gotta keep it
you
moving.
gotta keep it moving, bro. You stay in the alley, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, no, it was so insanely obvious. Like, it would have been better if he died a different way, but and I do think there is a chance that the niece picks up the mantle, but
Yeah,
like I do think it's weird how young she is. But yeah,
I guess it sets up
White
that
Tiger
whole.
seems like could be a cool character. Yeah.
It probably sets up that whole like Miss Marvel, White Tiger, probably the part
Oh,
make
the
it.
Young Avengers shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
yeah.
Kate Bishop, and then like a young White Tiger,
It
and
probably
then
sets all
oh
that up.
fuck, who else? Who else is in it?
Usually
Just
Miles.
some other.
I think Miles is supposed to be in it.
Oh yeah, Miles. Like, I was talking to Holly about that. I was like, man, when is Miles gonna like fucking step into the MCU?
Yeah, so I don't know how much of this is true. I only saw it on.
Might be because of Sony right now with like the Spideyverse
I
stuff.
heard that Tom Holland can't be in the Disney Plus shows. They can only reference Spider Man.
Yeah,
I guess whatever deal Sony has is not part of the Disney Plus.
yeah,
So I guess that's
and I
why.
guess that would also extend to Miles probably too,
Probably because
right?
they own it. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know if do they own the Spider-Man universe or just Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, if they own Spider-Man, they probably also own Miles Morales. I mean, here I'll fucking look this shit up real quick. But yeah, I don't know. It would make sense, but yeah.
Because I mean, Sony owning Spider-Man came before Miles' creation. Like I don't know if
Uh,
Marvel.
okay, so this says Sony owns the movie rights. So, but this is a TV show ownership. Okay, as part of their broader ownership of the Spider-Man franchise, including all Spider adjacent characters.
Hmm.
So yes, Sony owns everything Spider-Man related.
Because the only thing that's a little confusing is, like I said, I don't know if the report I saw was accurate, but they said Tom Holland can't be in the Disney Plus shows, but they made that new Spider-Man animated show on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider. I actually heard that was good. I kind of want to watch it.
I heard Daredevil
it
shows up
actually was
in the
bad.
show, so now I have to watch it.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Now I gotta watch it.
Yeah, it says so. Marvel owns the comic book rights of the character, but that's it. So like the film rights are still with Sony, and like in Tom Holland, like that's just I think that's just how Tom Holland's his specific contract
Yeah.
is worked is that he can be in the MCU movies, which are obviously Disney and Marvel, but I guess it's not part of his contract that he can show up in the Disney Plus stuff. So with Miles, they're going to have to do the same exact thing. It's going to be this massive thing, just like it was with Tom Holland, where they're going to have to get some kind of special contract, like special deal worked out, just so he can show up in the movies or shows.
Well, remember they hinted at it in the first Spider-Man where
Yeah.
He gets his uncle, and he was like, "Yo, my nephew."
Yeah.
Yeah, with
No,
Childish Gambino.
they have. I've been wondering. I was just wondering that the other day. I was like, man, when is Miles going to show up?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be the next movie.
I mean, that could be. I mean, it's the rumors right now for Spider-Man 4 are batshit fucking crazy
Yeah,
right
something
now.
about like the
So
real Mary Jane, or
yeah,
yeah,
something about because what's the chick from
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things?
Yeah,
Sadie Sink, I think is her name. She's like, there's rumors that she's going to be Mary Jane. I'm going to say it right now. If he doesn't end up with MJ, like the original MJ, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. Like, I don't care if she's Mary Jane. Like the whole first 3 movie build up with them two,
yeah.
and how gut wrenching it was when she forgot him. Is everyone forgot who he was? Like, dude, that's it. Nah, dude, they can't. There's no way that he just up and switches like that. But yeah, there's rumors that she's MJ. There's rumors that like the Inheritance,
Mm-hmm.
which the group are going to be like one of the main villains in the show. There's a lot of crazy stuff, which is yeah. There's a lot of rumors flying around about that movie right now.
So back to Daredevil. What? There's 2 more episodes left? 2 or 3?
3. It's 9 episodes. And season 2 is already confirmed with 9 episodes. Because they wrote one 18 episode season and they split it in 2.
So, next question. What do you want to see from the rest of this season? Like,
I do want to see more Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's been very Matt focused, which I don't have a problem with, genuinely, as like just a fan of Daredevil. Matt's a big part of that, but I want to see Matt like just unleash his anger, like maybe just get it out. Like, I don't think Muse better not die in this season. That's another Marvel problem where they've just been ever since Thanos, they've just been killing.
Yeah.
Every major villain like in the first thing that he shows up in, which is fucking stupid. So I hope that they stop doing that. So I hope Muse like makes it to season 2 and he continues to be like the big bad. I would love to see Fisk and Daredevil come face to face before the end of this season. Even if it's not some crazy all out brawl, I just want them to like be in the same room, like see each other. What about you?
I would be okay not seeing Muse anymore in this season.
Yeah.
So like him being escaped
start plotting
from from the subway, I think that'd be a cool. He's still on the loose type thing. I would be okay if nothing gets wrapped up this season.
Yeah. No. Same. Yeah. No. 100% cool with that, which I'm normally not with shows, but I'd actually be cool with that.
I think the one thing I have to see this season, I need to see a hallway scene.
Yeah.
There has to be a hallway Daredevil scene. I mean, there has to be like 10 people coming at him, and he just needs to just let loose on the bunch, like 10 people.
Yeah.
It has to have that because they have the same fight coordinator and everything. So it's just like it's all been 1v1 fights and mostly Matt. So it's just like I need to see a hallway scene. I need to see it. Every fucking season of Daredevil had it. So I want to see that. I think there's 3 episodes left. I think we'll wrap it up with Frank coming back, the Punisher.
Yeah, I want to see Frank again. Yeah.
I think that'll be the climax of season 1, where it's like Daredevil and Punisher kind of team up to take down that fake Punisher group.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be it because I don't see any other. If they were to start something with Kingpin, or start something with Muse, or have some resolution of Bullseye, I feel like that would be too rushed in 3 episodes. Even though they're an hour long, I just feel like it'd be too much information or not played out all the way.
Yeah. I would like this season's very much. I'd be cool with it if it's just 100% just laying the foundation, like the
Yeah, just
groundwork.
him coming back,
Which,
pretty much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be mad with some answers though. Like, how the fuck did Bullseye survive
Look at
that
that.
shit?
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
know. I want to fucking know how he survived that shit. Like, how does he have a healing factor all of a sudden?
I was saying
I
that.
know he went under some surgery in season 3 of the Netflix series at the very end. I know he went under some kind of spine surgery, but like, what the fuck did they do to him? Like, did he get injected with some new super soldier serum, or what's going on with
Yeah.
that? I want to know that.
I think not resolution for Bullseye, but I think at the end of season 1, I think he'll be out of prison.
Yeah, we don't need a resolution for Bullseye. Bullseye's a dope character in the comics. He's insanely cool. Yeah, he's iconic, and so I want him to continue, but I do want to know how the fuck he survived. I just want to know. I don't think anything with Fisk is gonna go too crazy. It's just gonna be like building up to him like fully becoming the Kingpin again. Because I think he will be the Kingpin before the end of the season.
Yeah, I think
yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that I really like need to see or want to see. Like, I mean, if this show just did what we just said in these last couple of episodes, then I'd be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I ain't complaining about nothing. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah,
I'm just happy to be here, boy. Like I said, it's been so long that I've been excited for superheroes.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just to be,
I've been a little bit more into it than you have, but
yeah,
just recently. But
just to be,
I'm excited too. The future is bright for Marvel. I think if they do it right, of course, like that's obvious, but they can pop off here.
Yeah, just to be back in the universe. It's just something to be excited about again. I just love anything Daredevil you're gonna get. Like I said, I watched She-Hulk.
Yeah, just for the I couldn't do that.
Why?
I didn't.
Why did I watch it? I don't know. I don't know why I watched it. It was so fucking bad. It was so bad. But then they had Daredevil, and then I was like, well, here I am, a slave to the fucking Marvel wheel.
The Hulk is just so bad right now. The Hulk needs a complete, and not just She-Hulk. I just mean the Hulk. Like all of the Hulk shit in the MCU needs an absolute rework.
I don't know why they butchered the Hulk so much, boy.
They did him so dirty. Like he's so bad. He's not even the Hulk anymore.
Yeah, this whole 15-year journey, they just butchered the Hulk.
Dude, ever since what, Infinity War? Or after Infinity War,
even a little bit
basically.
Before Infinity War, he wasn't like the Thor.
Which was it? Was it Ragnarok where Thanos punched Hulk's shit in?
No, that
was. Or that was Endgame, right?
That was Infinity War.
Okay, so yeah, that was. I mean, for me, where it got ruined was when this Smart Hulk shit came in, like the Bruce and Hulk like as one person. I fucking hate it. I mean, I hate it.
I think where Hulk got ruined for me was Ragnarok, because even then he was a little bitch.
They started leaning more. They started like that was like the start of becoming the Smart Hulk shit. But for me, like they really crossed the line with the Smart Hulk shit. He's not the Hulk anymore.
Eating tacos on the bench.
It's really frustrating. What was that?
Eating tacos on the bench as Hulk is just like,
dude,
in a hoodie. It's just like, brother.
I mean, yeah, it was funny for a little bit, just like the Fat Thor thing. Like it was funny at first, but it's like come on, let's fucking move on from it a little bit faster. I was hoping that the Red Hulk from Brave New World was gonna. I was just hoping that was gonna be a little bit bigger of a thing. And that maybe having that threat, like I didn't think he was going to be captured, like how he was like locked up and everything. So it's like I was hoping that he was still going to be on the loose, and like maybe that would motivate Bruce to like kind of let the old Hulk out, kind of thing, because like he would get his shit kicked in by Red Hulk.
That brother gone. really
But
so
yeah,
far gone.
it's all again just like we were talking about earlier, like killing. They didn't kill the Red Hulk, but like he's based like I don't think he's going to be showing up anytime soon
Yeah.
again. Like I'm pretty sure he's done, which is so stupid. Like I hate it. I don't like it, but yeah.
Well,
The future is good though. The future is looking good.
the future is good. And like
I know you don't care for Fantastic Four that much, but I'm really, really excited for the Fantastic Four movie.
I know a lot of people are. A lot of people are, which is more than they could say that about past movies.
Yeah, no, 100%. I am like fucking what's his name? Nathaniel Richards, like their son.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Sue and Reed's son that like is that his name? Is it Nathaniel?
You tell me, brother.
Oh shit.
You tell
But
me.
he's like a reality warper. Like he's like off the charts, like insane, like arguably the most powerful person in like the MCU and not MCU in the Marvel comics, like period. Like he's like insane. Um need a kid.
Yeah, I don't know a single thing. I know they fold them and I found them.
Yeah. Franklin Richards, that's his name. Franklin. Yeah, dude, they have two. They have a son and a daughter. Yeah, Valeria. Valeria is the daughter, Franklin is the son, but he like has like godlike fucking powers in the comics. Like just insane. And there's a lot of rumors that they've like edited out her Sue's, baby bump out of the trailer. And then that scene in the trailer where they're like in outer space, that's her giving birth. Like, and if you look at it, it's like, oh shit, that actually kind of does look like she's doing that. So I think they're gonna have Franklin, at least Franklin, maybe not Valeria yet, but dude, Franklin's insane. Like, he's an insane character in the comics. So I'm just, and then Galactus having like a comic accurate Galactus finally instead of that shit we got in the Silver Surfer movie. Oh my god, dude, that was so bad. That was the dust storm.
Yeah, giant dust.
Dude, it's just a giant dust storm. That was Galactus. I want to see Silver Surfer again too, but and he's going to be it's not going to be him. It's going to be the female Shaw LaBall, I think is her name, the female Fantastic Surfer. But she's confirmed to be in it, so we're going to get Silver Surfer, comic accurate Galactus, Franklin Richards probably, like some like jumping between dimensions type shit. Like I think Fantastic Four is going to be off the fucking charts.
Hopefully it pops off.
I'm so excited for it. I'm a little excited for Thunderbolts too, just for the Sentry. I think the Sentry is a really cool character, but I'm really excited for Fantastic Four.
Damn. I'll tell you what I'm excited for. Tuesday, so I can watch another fucking Daredevil.
yeah, no, for sure, dude. I think, especially if it ends well, it's the best show that Disney Plus has done for sure.
Yeah,
I think.
Far.
There's some of the early Star Wars stuff, like season 1 of Mando was really good. I really like Andor. I liked Andor a lot. Like that, I feel like that's kind of a mixed bag with Star Wars people because it wasn't very Star Wars esque. I guess was the complaint, but I thought it was still a really good story in the Star Wars universe. WandaVision was cool. I actually really liked WandaVision up until the very end. That finale was fucking whack. That is, and if you think there's still Vision, just like the all white Vision.
Yeah.
He's somewhere just fucking chilling. Nobody knows where he went. With an Infinity Stone. So it's like, what is this fucker doing? Nobody knows. Nobody's talked about it. Nobody's done anything. So that show is fucking weird.
I feel like it's a bit like fucking like Destiny. They had so much lore and shit that once they come up with new stuff, they're like, damn, we did say that, huh? And then they gotta go all the way back.
And that was also a problem I felt like with Brave New World was it felt like they were doing more like like tying up loose ends than they were like trying to make a movie. Um, yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. Like, like you're gonna need to do stuff like that every once in a while when you have as many threads and plot lines as they're trying to jam into all these movies and shows. Because I mean, if you think about what they're doing, like it's insanely ambitious. Like there's never been a cinematic universe as large as what they're doing right now. So it's like they're like making the playbook, like making the rules for like how you even attempt to do this shit. And then James Gunn is now attempting to do it with DC. I'm excited for the Superman movie. But if it's bad, then I'm probably not going to care about anything else that comes out of DC.
No, not a single thing.
If it's good, though, I'm going to be right there for all of it.
That's like, good. Batman. I mean, Batman was great.
Bro, apparently Robert Pattinson might not be the Batman for James Gunn's new DC universe.
Yeah, well then...
Yeah, there was an interview with Robert Pattinson like a couple weeks ago, and he was asked about it, and he was like, "I don't fucking know." Like literally, he was like, "Dude, I don't fucking know." Yeah, he has no idea, like what's going on with the Batman. So, and then of course, I mean, Henry Cavill was announced as Superman, and then James Gunn came out and was like, "Actually, no." So I don't know if James Gunn is going to go with Robert Pattinson. Which is a shame.
That would be tragic.
Because I liked that movie.
I thought it was good. It's a great fucking movie.
And I've been waiting on the second one. Like I've been wanting another one, or at least to see more of Robert Pattinson's Batman, even if it's in a different universe or whatever, like just a new beginning. But still, like I thought he nailed it.
He did. He fucking did. He did nail that shit. He was unbelievable.
But But apparently, it's still not confirmed whether or not he's going to be the Batman moving forward. And because it's not confirmed yet, I feel like it's probably not going to happen. Like if James Gunn wanted him as Batman, he probably would have already like done it.
They probably got to see how Superman does first, anyways, just to see.
That too. That might play a factor.
Just to see what the fuck Superman does first, if there's any market for it.
I think there's definitely a market for it. It's just, is it going to be good or not?
Is it going to be good? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the real. It's not like there's people that want a good Superman.
Yeah.
It's just, is it going to be a good movie?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not a good movie, then is there any market for DC in the whole theater releases anymore? Because there's only so many times you
stick to the animated stuff.
There's only so many times
they nail the animated stuff. Stick to that.
There's only so many times you can just keep missing on these movies.
For they had a whole cast built up and everything.
They had everything. What a tragic universe.
And then they dropped a 4.5 hour long Justice League movie. I mean, after the cut down version flopped.
After the shit, it then came out the good part. Everything cut from the movie was the good part.
Yeah. Bro, that shit was rough, dude.
That shit was
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, who is awesome as Wonder Woman. I mean, it's just...
Man, that shit... Yeah. That shit just didn't work.
Henry Cavill, yeah.
Didn't work. But, you know what is working? Daredevil.
That's right.
That is what is working. And you know what? The next episode will probably be the next episode. The next episode might be the next episode. So, or might need to get into this game industry.
Yeah, that's true. That's
some
true.
Of these topics are on my mind, and I just can't do it anymore, Kane. These topics going.
It is very rough. It is, as someone trying to find a job in the gaming industry right now, it is not good. It's really bad. It's like the worst it's ever been. Actually, I think it's genuinely the worst it's ever been. And it seems like every new day becomes the worst it's ever been. So hopefully that like reverses at some point. But it's rough right now.
It's rough. But we'll save that for the next episode. Because if we get in the industry now, that shit gonna be a fucking 3-hour podcast, and ain't gonna be straight. But on the bright side, on the good news, is that we have Daredevil back.
Amen.
By far, one of my favorite superheroes, and it's nice to see. Well, first of all, it's nice to see Charlie Cox again. He's just like on the whole tear with like GQ and fucking. He's a sexy motherfucker.
Bro, he's hot, man.
It's a little weird though. Because he's hot, but when he's looking at the camera, it's like, brother, like, you realize he's not blind, so it's just like.
Oh, he does a pretty good job at some scenes where he looks like he's blind. Like, he does.
But when we see him outside of Daredevil, and he's like looking into the camera, it's just like...
You're ruining my immersion, bro. All right? You're ruining my immersion.
Bro, put your fucking glasses on, bro.
Who do you think you are?
Where's your fucking walking stick, bro?
Honestly, nah, dude. No, Charlie Cox is awesome. I would love to get to go to Comic-Con again and actually get to meet somebody. Because the one time I did go, like, we didn't get to see fucking anybody.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool to get to go to another Comic-Con and actually get to see some of these people.
Yeah, he was great, man. He was great. Like I said, we saw him right there. And
yeah, that's a nice picture.
He was great. The next Comic-Con in August, we won't be able to go, unfortunately. But, man, you should see the people going, boy. You should see the people going. Insane voice actors. Insane voice actors. Insane.
In August, I don't know. Holly and I might be able to go, but we'll see what the tickets are and all that stuff.
I know I definitely won't be able to go, but...
Yeah.
Insane.
Are y'all going to be in somewhere else?
Yeah, the lease ends in August 1st. So,
shit. Okay.
That's when Comic-Con is.
Yeah. So, gotcha.
Most likely we'll be in somewhere in North Carolina in July or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But,
gotcha.
This is the first episode.
That's right.
It's done. We rambled. We scrambled. We talked. As you know, this is how it's pretty much going to go. This is
yep, that's it.
We're going to be off topic. We're going to be on topic. And if you guys liked the episode, leave a like. If you don't, leave a like. I don't really give a fuck. Leave a comment. Leave a comment.
Tell us you don't like it.
Yeah, tell us you don't like it. Or tell us you like Daredevil. Yeah. I'll give you my fucking address right now, boy. I'm from New York. But if you guys like the episode, let us know. Like I said, it's gonna be part of the overall channel and something new that we're trying to do here with my video and then our video, just to get some content going. Because at times I fucking don't post for like a month or two, and this would be an easy way for us to get some content out and just have a fucking good time. Like I said, Daredevil's great. Everything's great. Excited to talk about shit with someone, and gaming industry, sports. By the time we get this pod up and going, football is gonna be coming back. And
yeah, the draft is next month.
And
a couple of it's in like 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So, and some big major game releases came out recently and are coming up soon. Yep. So there's gonna be a lot more content. So like I said, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm D, that's Kane. There's little @ symbols at the intro and at the end. It's gonna have his YouTube, my YouTube that you're already on. And like I said, you can see some of the work that he makes in his industry. He has some map designs and level designs already on his channel. Yeah. And go check it out. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Here we go.
Welcome to VoiceOver.
Oh, shit.
VoiceOver speaks descriptions of items on the screen.
Oh, hell no. I ain't using VoiceOver, you fucking communist bastard.